Gabby, it's so exciting to see you here in front of me. 3 years ago, I drove by myself to New York State, to the Omega Center, and I made you a promise. I said that I would love to share what I know from you and your message to French Canadians and Francophones all over the world, and here we are.
I know, I love it. I love that I walked up today and I realized that what we said was actually happening in real time. So I'm so happy to see you again. It's so good.
So what do you say to people who have never met you, who have never heard of you and what you do?
I typically say that I am a self-help book author and a motivational speaker.
Okay, so not a spiritual leader, which I think you are.
So I do perceive myself as a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher. Sometimes the word spiritual is loaded for people.
Yeah.
So if it's someone new to that conversation, I probably would not refer to myself as a spiritual teacher. Mm-hmm. But if it's someone who I'm meeting in the context of a spiritual conversation, yes, of course, that's what I would say.
And what's your main message?
The through line between everything that I write and all the books that I have published and all the talks that I give is really that when we change the way we experience our life, our experiences changes. So really shifting your perception about the way you look at your life.
Your rise as a spiritual leader was quite fast.
It's been 11 years, so.
Well, it is fast. It is quick.
11 years it's fast, but it's also a lot. It also has been perfectly timed. I feel that at every point in my career, I've been right where I needed to be. Mm-hmm. Right now, I think this is the best place I have been to date.
Imagine.
Yeah, just personally and professionally.
Now you travel all over the world. You get to places that you've never been, but people have read your 4 books. So how does it make you feel?
Well, it's actually really exciting tonight in particular because I haven't spoken in Montreal ever before. Mm-hmm. And as you know, I've been doing this for 11 years. And I know that there's an audience for me here, 1, because they're coming out, but 2, because I've been hearing from them for a decade. They've been saying, come to Montreal, come to Montreal, come to Montreal. And so I'm so happy that I'm finally here to answer their prayers, right? So to answer their requests. And so that intention was set and I've arrived. I'm here for them.
The word I associate with you is miracles. How do you make miracles happen?
Well, much like I said, the mission of my work, a miracle simply is a shift in your perception. So when I teach people how to create miracles in their life, I'm really just teaching them how to change their mind about their life and change the way that they look at their life. And in that shift, that's when a miracle occurs. And the miracle is that they've let themselves off the hook, or they've forgiven someone, or they've freed their mind of the chaos, or they've changed the story. And as we begin to change those stories in our life, that's when our life begins to change. Mm-hmm. So it's not that a miracle is some lofty experience or event that occurs and everything starts to unravel. It's a simple shift in our perception.
How can you get in contact with those miracles when you've never been close to that kind of thinking?
You just have to be willing. You just have to be open to seeing with a lens of love, seeing with a perspective that's a little bit more kind and gentle. And that willingness to look at things differently sets you on a path of opening up to receive new information and receive guidance that will help you see with that lens.
I know that on October 2nd, 2005, you changed your life. You were a PR, public relation star in New York, drug addict, and you decided to make a big switch.
11 years ago, on October 2nd of 2005, I changed the way I looked at my life. I shifted my own perception. I changed my own life as a result of witnessing the addictive patterns and the negative spiral that I had gone down. The path of fear, the path of disconnect, the path of disruption in my own life. Mm-hmm. And so as a result of witnessing that and seeing this is not working, saying some very simple words, there has to be a better way, that created an opening. That created a miracle moment of really shifting my perception at the moment that I chose to see my life with an opportunity to see again, to choose again, to open up, to see things.
I'm just thinking about your mom because I saw her. You introduced her to us when we were at Omega Center, and she's so smooth and relaxed, and she's a hippie,
yes,
obviously. And it must have been very painful for her to see you struggling like that. What was it? It was alcohol? It was...
Yeah, I mean, I think that I was a high-functioning addict, and so people, while they may have thought that there was something wrong, I was still running a business. I was still very active in my life. I was still closing deals, and so people may or may not have known how bad it was. But thankfully, I had the awareness to get myself clean and sober and pick up my own life in my own hands and make it work for me.
You help people get away from fears,
yeah.
different types of fears.
Fear of relationships, fear of being alone, fear of even in some cases people fear of being happy. Some people have a fear of being free.
I know.
It's crazy.
You know what's my fear?
Yeah.
Fear that everything stops.
Yeah.
Because I find I'm so lucky that I kind of hold on to it, and I'm scared that it can stop.
What you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
I don't even want to say things out loud. I have fears that are so unreasonable, right? And I don't even want to put words to them. How about that? Silly fears that I don't believe in, fear of loss or something like this, but I wouldn't even want to say them out loud.
So that's what you do now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to bring energy to them, right? But walking around on a day-to-day basis, I don't feel too fearful. I feel like there's moments of anxiety or moments of thoughts that, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that, but I'm not living in fear.
Mm-hmm. And when did that stop?
It's very recent, like I'm talking about 2 months ago. I've been through a lot of personal changes in the last 2 months, and I've kind of uncovered where a lot of my root cause fears came from. And while that's terrifying to look your fear in the eye, it's also very freeing because you have an opportunity to see, okay, the cat's out of the bag. I don't have to run from this anymore because I've given a voice to it.
And what about when you pray and things just don't happen the way you want them to happen?
You know, I believe that the secret to prayer is to forget what you think you need. So when we begin to pray for something and a specific outcome, that's when we start to get into this playing magic tricks, right? So we need to really be more in the relaxed state of allowing whatever it is of the highest good to come to us.
And how do people get in tune with their attraction power?
When we are in joy, we are the most high-level attractor. We are the most magnetic. So being in our joy, doing what's joyful, being in a place of calm and relaxation and centeredness, that's when we're really attracting.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for being in Montreal.
I'm so happy we did it.
And we're going to share the message.
Tonight.
Ouais, merci.
Thank you.